Hey, look, man, it's Millionaire Dev loading. Y'all know what's going on. Look, I'm showing y'all my road to 100K this month, right? We do receipts over here, man, proof. Look, man, I just got my man 50K this morning. Look, money came through, bro. Send me your info.
Dev, what's good, bro?
Brody, what's good?
Chilling, out here working. You already know.
You always working, man. Hey, look, the 50K hit, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, look, 50K for that LLC, and then me and G on the other side about to run you about another 100.
I'm only choosing stocks that's been around for at the minimum 10 plus years, because that's $50,000 to $70,000, bro. And for your average person, that covers most people's expenses.
Absolutely.
$50,000 to $70,000. That's your average person. That's a slightly above average income.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So $1.2 to $1.5 million with a 5 to 7% return ROI.
That's the shit I love right here. See, this right here. Like when you got a plan and you know how to turn, you know what I mean, the funnel money into more money. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about right there. All right, I'll hit you shortly.
All right, my brother.
All right, later. Yeah, so y'all see, man, look, it ain't no games right there. We just got my man the 50 ball. We're in the middle of getting him another 50 on one side. He's got multiple LLCs, so we're getting him 100K on each LLC. And you can see, my man got the plan. So he about to run that 200,000 up. Look, no cap in my rap, man. Y'all see the receipts. What's up, world? It's Coach Dev. Y'all know when y'all see this face is about getting some money. Listen, last week we went over the data points and all of that you need for your credit, right? Now, I'm going to show you guys how to get access to $100,000 in just the next 30 to 45 days. Now, listen, once you hit all of the data points that we showed you before, and you can go to one of the other videos if you haven't seen it before, now we're going to set up the LLC. Now, this is exactly how you need to have your LLC structured to get access to the $100,000. So look, we're going to go through it very briefly. Step one. First off, family, it's very important that you follow these exact steps, because a lot of people make the mistake of, when they set up these LLCs, they go straight to like step 5, and you'll understand what I mean by step 5 in just a second, but they literally go to step 5, which is straight into the LLC. On like busy.com or like Inkfile or something like that, and they don't have these things set up or established prior to going there. So then their LLC isn't structured properly for funding, and then they have to go back and change up a lot of things. So look, watching this video today is going to help you avoid making those same mistakes that millions of people make every single day while they're trying to structure the LLC. So look, follow these couple of steps right here. Very first thing that you're going to want to do is go on to your Secretary of State and just make sure that your business name is available. That's all you're going to do. And everyone, I don't know exactly what the website is for your Secretary of State. I'm in Maryland. It's simply Secretary of State, right? So, step 1, Secretary of State, right? Now, step 2, like I said, it's very important to follow these steps, because step 2, you're going to be setting up what we call a business address. The way that you're going to set up your business address is through either a corporate office building or through a virtual address, right? So I'm going to show you guys the sites to grab either or. Now, you can use a site like Regis, and let me show you. So business address is going to be step number 2, right? Secretary of State, then business address. All right, boom. So to get your virtual office, we're going to use a website called regis.com. Now, onto Regis, once you're on the site, you'll be able to purchase either a corporate office building or a virtual address, and all of the prices, they vary. Now, we're kind of in a different time where we're getting away from more of the virtual offices, because banks want a physical building that they can actually find you at. And this is why Regis is good, because they have corporate buildings that you can actually receive like mail and things of that nature on, right? So you definitely want to utilize something like regis.com to get your business address. Once again, we do not want to be using your personal address, because your LLC is public information, and that means anyone will be able to find you. That's number 1. And number 2, banks are not going to take you serious when you're popping up and applying on applications with your home address. You understand what I'm saying? So we want to start running our business. Shout out my girl Joy. She says running our business like Walmart, right? So we want to start structuring our business properly and run it like Walmart. If we're going to run a big business and we're going to go ask for big money, then we need to make sure that we have it structured properly and easily by just doing something like this and making sure that you have a corporate office building or a virtual office building. And like I said, you can easily obtain that on regis.com. And the prices definitely vary. Now we at step number 3, family. Now step number 3, we want a business phone number. So your business phone number is going to be something like a 888 or 1-800 or 877, right? So the way that we're going to obtain our business phone number is, let me write that down for you. Biz phone number, right? So we went through our Secretary of State. We made sure that our name is available, right? We have our business address, right? Either through our corporate or virtual. Now we have our business phone number, which is going to be a 1-800 or 877, right? And the way that we're going to obtain our business phone number is through a website that I personally like to use. We could use either call8.com, and that's KALL8.com, or do what I like to use, grasshopper.com. This is what I normally use anytime that I'm structuring my businesses or I'm structuring someone else's business for business funding, right? So the good thing with this is you're just going to go on here, and they have a free trial right now, right? So let's go with the free trial. And it's simple, because all you're going to do is just choose a toll-free number, and it's going to start with 1-800, and whatever your business is. Say your business is, I don't know, credit, right? We'll do 1-800 credit. And they'll create the number for you. So my number would be 1-800, 866-273-3480, right? So it's just that simple. And then they charge you for the number. Most of the numbers vary anywhere between about $9 to about $20, right? So this is how you're going to get your 1-800 number. So at this point in time, you know what I mean? We just about official, right? So we have our business email address. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have our business email address yet. That's what we're going to work on next. Our business email address is going to be the next step. But we have our business address, and we have our 1-800 number. So next, like I said, we're going to work on our business email address. And I like to use GoDaddy, right? Business email. I'm sorry, I should have wrote business email. But business email, and I like to use a website like GoDaddy.com. This is, once again, the website that we use if we're building someone's LLC, right? And the reason why I like GoDaddy is because you can actually obtain the next 3 steps just off of GoDaddy.com. So what I mean by that is, at this point, now, because we need a domain name as well. So at GoDaddy.com, you can actually obtain your domain name, you can obtain your business email address, and you can obtain your business website, all through GoDaddy.com. So this is why I personally like to use this, especially at this step, because you can actually knock out the next few steps just with this website alone, right? So you're simply just gonna go ahead and create a domain name. Now for your domain name, this is gonna be essentially your business name. This is what's gonna be the name that's on all your websites. This is gonna be the name that's on all of your business email addresses and things of that nature, right? So you want to try to have something that represents your company, but still is very general. And that's a step that I'm sorry that we missed earlier when we went through the Secretary of State, when we were creating our business name or looking for our business name and making sure that it's available. You want to make sure that you have something that is very general, right? Something that ends with like consulting or solutions, right? Something of that nature. You don't want anything too specific, because when you have a specific name, you're going to go under a specific type of coding, an NAICS code, NAICS codes is what we call them, right? And within that, you're going to marginalize what you are eligible for when it comes to funding. So you don't want someone to look at your business and say, all right, well, he's in a carrier business, or he's trying to make a barbershop, or he's in, real estate business or whatever like that. He only needs this amount of money, or only qualifies for this amount of money. So we don't want that prejudgment on us and our business when we're going out for funding. So we want to try to keep something very general, right? But nonetheless, this is where you want to obtain your business name and make sure that it's available. So what you would do is just come in here. Now, that would be $100. The way that this guy has it, freedomuniversity.com, you have to pay for $100, right? So this is how this works. Now, normally these aren't as this expensive. Normally they're anywhere from about a cent to about $10 each. But if someone already has that domain name, they are willing to sell it, and you can purchase it for them. So that's what that would look like, right? And I had to purchase it, as you can see, guys. But that's how that works, right? So at this point in time, and after you do this, they're going to allow you to set up your business email address as well. So at this point in time, we killed, two birds with one stone, right? We got our domain name on GoDaddy, and we got our business email. Now, we are all structured. We have our business name, right? We have our business email address. We have our business 1-800 number, our phone number. We have our business virtual address, right? So at this point in time, now we are in alignment and structured. Remember earlier I said people go straight to step 5 when they're structuring these LLCs. This is what I meant. Now we're at number 5, right? So number 5 is you're going to actually build your LLC now, right? So this is your actual LLC. And the way that we're going to do that is by going to a website called Bizee, Bizee.com, right? Bizee.com. So what this is going to look like is this right here. Now, with Bizee.com, it's completely free to file your LLC. Now, the only thing with Bizee, you're just going to have to pay for your state fees. So let me show you guys what that looks like. We are in Maryland, and when you go in here, we're structuring LLC. So remember, this is LLC structure. So when you go in here, type LLC, right? And then just simply find your state, guys. So for Maryland, I know it's normally like 140, 150. So these are different options, right? So with this option, this is what I don't recommend. Now listen, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. And there's nothing against Bizee. But if you try to go to this step first, all of the things that I just taught you how to do, right? If you were calculating it or you was doing it while we were doing it together, you only spent about $20, $25, maybe $50 tops at that point in time, right? So that means you have your business email address, you have your business phone number, you have your business virtual address, you have your business name and all of this, right? For about $50, $50. If you don't set that up first and you go in here and you have to set that up, you're looking at $200 out of the gate, family, period. So I just saved you about $150 following the steps that I taught you, right? So if you don't have that already set up, you're going to have to buy one of these or one of these to have all of those things that I just taught you come with, right? So the fact that you guys been watching this video, you don't need any of that. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the basic package, which is free, and then you're going to type in your state. And then as you see, Maryland is $197, right? So let me try some of these other states just for you guys, because I know I have a lot of followers from Philly, right? So let's do Pennsylvania, and let's see what that looks like. That in New York. Well, New York is here first, so let's look what New York is. So New York is about $205. State fees. Philly, Pennsylvania, pretty cheap, guys, about $125, right? So let's do one more. Let's do one more. So most of my followers from Pennsylvania, Philly, we did New York. I got some people down in Texas. Woo, Texas, y'all kind of expensive out there, Texas. So that's gonna be about $300 filing for you guys in Texas. But this is what it's gonna look like, guys. So those are the simple steps right there. How to structure your LLC properly, because at this point in time, now once you run through all of this and you pay your state fees, now you have your LLC structured properly, right? Because at this point in time, once you're done, you're gonna get your Secretary of State. That's either gonna come by email, or it's gonna come two ways, by email and through the mail. So the next step that you're going to take once you have these things set up is you're just going to take your EIN, your letter of good standing, right, that you're going to obtain once you get your Secretary of State, and your Secretary of State and your driver's license. Go into the bank, open up a business checking and business savings account, you know what I mean? And now you're on your way to 100K. As long as you have your LLC structured like this, you are golden. You are good to go, family. So that's Coach Dev. I hope y'all got some value for the day. I love y'all. Let's get it.